Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Odd Lot After Hours.
After Hours.
We have just finished our Odd Props show, which was amazing. We all felt very good about it. And now we are going to have a discussion about the show. I was just saying that I started a pirate joke on a slip of paper, and I stopped it because I thought it was going a bad place. But you have evidently heard this joke.
To a bad place.
It was going to a bad place.
Yeah.
When a pirate walks into a bar with a wheel on his
belt buckle, and he walks up to the bar, and then there's more setup, and then there's the punchline, which is, "Arr, it's driving me nuts."
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't go forward with it then,
No.
because that would not have gone well.
That pirate joke wasn't nearly as bad as me calling Thomas a trigger.
Indeed.
I'm sorry, Thomas. That was an audience member.
It was completely
It wasn't. We didn't know it was going to be aimed directed at you.
I think I'm more responsible for that.
Yeah.
Than you are, actually.
So
Is it weird that I just got that? Raise your hand if you're not racist.
Oh, wait. Oh, too late now.
Thomas.
Now it's just awkward.
We've learned dark things today.
Oh.
Why don't you read a slip there, Peter?
Like I said, you guys, sometimes I pull these out of my pocket after a show instead of money. Like this one, you weren't followed, were you? Which is great to say to a clerk in a store trying to pay for your Skittles. Makes it a lot more enjoyable.
Once again, Peter, I think your solution is to change your pants.
I told you I'm not ready to go there yet.
See, if this was right after the show, that's understandable. But when it happens, Saturday.
Yes, I meant right after the show, not on my way to the next one. Right after.
So I'm not very up on like social media and movies and things. So sometimes I get these lines, and I have no idea, man. I have no idea where it's from, or if it's from anything. Half the time it's like I didn't know, and it was just some audience member like, yeah, it sounds good. But this one says, "Harold, eat up your beets."
Yeah, that seems like that should be from something, but I don't know that it is.
Some of them are just nonsense.
I'm the prop guy for the Crow.
I get that one.
That's a very distasteful joke.
Yeah.
A very distasteful joke.
Well, there we go.
Well, that was like the skit me and Lita did about Siri. I had no idea what Siri was. I was
right.
like, yes, Siri, tell me what you
It was
are.
so much funnier that way.
Because I don't have a smartphone.
Thomas, I need to ask you a question. Do you know what an ophthalmologist is? I felt like everyone was confused as to what an ophthalmologist was when we got
I
the
felt
suggestion.
like I did when we started. And then by the time we got to the end, I didn't feel like I knew anymore.
Could I have some ophthalmology?
But I know you can't hand it out like
yes,
candy.
yes. it is
like
not-
some
I'm aware you
hand
can't
out.
hand out ophthalmology. It's a service of some sort.
But I think you
can't
can be
actually.
sued for it.
You could be sued if you give out free ophthalmology. I'm pretty
Sure, yeah.
Backyard of
There
I
is
thought you were
honestly
saying optometry wrong. Whole time I was like, it's optometry.
I was kidding when I made the joke about it being optimism, and then I think suddenly was like, does he know what optimism is? Isn't that now? Maybe I'm wrong, which would be more hilarious. Isn't that actually still some sort of eye type doctor?
I thought it was like an eye doctor.
It's an eye doctor.
As opposed to the optometrist is usually the one that does like the lensing and things, and the ophthalmologist would be the internalist.
Yeah, right, if
Right.
there's something actually...
Oh, so see, I did know.
Yeah.
Yes, so
Yes.
you did know.
There was just no way to give a candle
Yeah.
ophthalmology.
That's true. The scene was
Would
good.
you like to read a
I just
line and
didn't-
give your thoughts on that?
I don't think you tried hard enough.
I don't think I did either. That is what she said, which I think
Oh.
is fairly so.
Really, Odd Lot audience?
Come
It's not
on,
very
people.
original.
Oh.
Come on, people.
Oh.
That's
Oh.
like a waste of
And the chances of it coming after something that would be really
Yeah.
funny that she said is
Oh, I
very
like
rare.
this one. Are we not allowed to sit on the other side?
They were kind of
reference to the
confused
set, yeah.
about that because of the set.
Yeah.
Oh, explain about the sets and how we have to share.
Yeah.
We have to
Oh,
share.
yes. Well, we come in on Mondays because Mondays there's not usually
any other shows going on.
No one likes Mondays.
Yeah,
I
no
hate
one likes
Mondays.
Mondays except for an Odd Lot audience. So if there happens to be a show going on Thursday or Friday or whatever, then their set is up and we just have to work around it. That's how we roll as Odd Lot. What?
And how would you describe the set that we're on right now?
I would describe it as beautiful and brilliant and exquisitely made, depending on who's watching right now.
It's what I imagine rich people's bathrooms look like.
There actually is an exit.
Lots of gold
Wait,
and lots of couches.
Fireplace,
That's
blessed up on the
Wait,
mantle.
including the card puncher?
Yes, yeah. Hey, you've been there long enough.
The statue of a head.
You have to know how much money you're making while you're in the bathroom.
The interesting thing about this set is that I have never seen this show and know nothing about this show, and I cannot reconcile this set as working in a show at all because you've got this fancy schmancy living room or whatever with lots of gold gilded things.
And benches.
And
Three
then
benches.
Yes, and 3 benches. And then you have a time clock on a post. And I just don't know how they fit together. So
Can
I would be very interested to see this show.
Can I comment on the 20 door locks that are on the other side of the set, which you'd never see?
Yes, it's just in case someone goes to the back. There's also a spotlight shining right on the back of the door.
Is it one of those interactive plays where you invite the audience around the set and do the play amongst them?
It must be. That's the only explanation.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, if you actually go see the show, it's much weirder than you would think it is.
Well, good.
It all makes sense.
Does the red
But it's
carpet make sense as well? There's a red carpet going through the
Sure
entire
it does. Of course it does.
Okay,
Rich people
well, there you go.
bathrooms.
It
Rich
actually-
people bathrooms, punching the clock. There you go.
The final word from Peter Griffin, Rich People Bathroom.
First of all, I'd like to point out that there is an entire stack of blank paper within the hat.
Sometimes you can't think of anything.
So you just grab from the stack and throw it in.
Because you still want to be part of the show.
They didn't
Yes.
even fold
I
it
wanted
to make
to
it look like an actual line.
All right. Get off Facebook while in church.
That's more of a public service announcement, really.
It's good advice.
But I've actually heard there's like a church app on Facebook you can like check in.
Sure.
Foursquare. Mayor of church.
Oh, I like this one. Go Power Rangers.
You would.
Yeah.
I actually never liked Power Rangers.
I was
that
not
much.
a Power Ranger fan.
But it was. I was older than Power
can't
Rangers.
believe
You were like, this is not Voltron. You can't fool me.
This is.
I can't believe how many
Ridiculous.
people that show killed.
It's true.
I don't think it was the show.
It was the
You don't
drugs
know.
that they were driven to. I was the White Ranger.
Oh, here's someone who's being very clever. I can't use this.
Oh.
Oh.
We enjoy clever.
It would have stopped the scene cold, but. A mermaid be waiting for you in mysterious fathoms below.
That sounds naughty.
Wait, no, I think it's a scavenger hunt. Does it have a map on the
Is that a
back?
threat or a promise?
From National Treasure 3.
Wiggle, 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 yeah.
Wait, read that again. I'm sorry.
Let me get it because
So you can
I have to
remember.
read it
Give
off
it to us
the
like
thing.
Captain Kirk.
Wiggle, 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 yeah. Actually, it's wiggle, 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 yeah.
Wait, I think it's
Wiggle, yeah?
I think that's meant for Don Knotts.
Yeah. Can we have Don not say it?
Wiggle, 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 yeah.
You're right. Andy was right.
It was a Don Knotts line.
Okay.
I have to say, I struggle a little bit with these lines because I can't read sloppy handwriting. And so half the time I'm like,
Yeah, so she starts with an insult for the audience.
so write better or something. This one just says Popo.
Wasn't he a character from Mulan, the big bald guy?
I think they mean police.
I thought it was a
Oh,
Bond.
wasn't Popo a character on HomestarRunner.com?
Oh.
I thought
Snap.
it was a Bond.
This
Yes.
one,
It means poop in Spanish.
There you go. Poop in Spanish.
Poop in Spanish.
we're moving on. Bringing a knife to a gunfight only works if you're Susie. Just a fact. I mean,
That's true.
what do they want?
You don't even need
That's a
knife, really.
Wikipedia entry.
Right, it's like you don't bring a gun to a Susie fight.
You don't go to
Oh,
a
you
sushi
brought a
fight.
gun to a sushi fight.
We have very loyal fans, and they like to remind us of the funny things and horrifying things we do. This one says, the safe word is jelly bean.
Who's to blame for that? Who's
Thomas.
to blame? Wait,
No.
that's Thomas.
Not what
That is 100% Thomas.
Okay.
Thomas.
Another callback, mustard.
Mustard! 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 Mustard!
Mustard?
It is an inside joke. Mostly inside sandwiches.
Yes.
Inside hot dogs.
We can explain that later if we'd like to.
Yeah.
Have an addendum.
We'll have an addendum.
And here's another. It says in quotation marks, "Punk's not dead."
Punk's not dead.
Which punk's not dead?
Is it a
disagree.
quote of something?
Do we have to go back and
It's-
kill him?
Is that a person?
I believe that's from Death Wish 4,
Punks
isn't it?
not dead.
Punk's not dead.
Yes.
You can still find punk music anywhere.
But who are they
Punk
quoting?
fashion.
It's quoted.
We don't know. We are not hip enough for some of our Odd Lot audience members.
We're not too punk.
We are not too punk. We are not hipsters.
Is our audience hipsters?
They don't.
No, I hope not.
No, I don't.
Although
I hope
I
not,
could see a
because-
hipster saying, "Oh, we like them before anybody knew."
You
I'm
know
just gonna
what?
keep reading these lines.
Nobody.
I,
Gets
I am just. I mean, as many times as we insult hipsters, I hope they're not.
I mean, technically, nobody has heard of us, so.
So we are hipster.
I liked them better when they were the literary improv league.
All we're
That's
getting,
it.
all we're getting right now is camera shots of Megan being angry.
That's fine. Go
It's
ahead.
okay, we're editing all this.
Jeans, jeans, and more jeans.
Is that JEANS
Or GENES.
It's
Jeans
blue
for
jeans.
everyone.
J-E-A-N-S.
Well, it could be like Gene Kelly or Gene Autry.
I'm going straight to grossed out.
Soon you're all wondering why I got you here today.
No.
No? No.
All
Well,
right.
I will tell you why.
When you assume, you make an ass out of you.
Are you a bad enough dude to save the president?
Oh, I love that guy.
Whoa.
I am.
Yeah, you
Yes.
are. Yeah, you are.
Susie is.
It depends on who wins in November.
That's right. We will ask this again in November.
Depends on the president.
I don't think it does.
What's in the box? And I don't think those are. Actually, I don't think those are exclamation marks, and it actually says, "What's in the boxy?" Ignore me.
Oh, nice. Venture Brothers
Venture
reference.
Brothers reference.
Nice.
Is that a first?
me.
It can't be.
That's one of my favorite episodes of Venture Brothers.
Hey, more blank paper.
Yes.
Awesome.
Confused audience members.
In an attempt to confuse us.
This was never in the manual.
Indeed, it was not.
No, apparently it was not.
All right then.
I don't know what to
That,
do.
There
that's
you
got
go.
to be from an 80s action movie.
Or romantic comedy.
Read all the notes. Well,
Why didn't we
Well,
get
that's
that
what we're
one?
trying to
Yeah.
do here, people.
let's all go to Gullah Gullah Island.
Oh, wow.
Gullah Gullah.
That's a small reference right there.
Obscure.
They actually filmed that just north of here.
That frog was
Beaufort, South
terrifying.
Carolina.
Thank you for that tidbit.
A little bit of, trivia for you. Low country trivia.
Nabisco. It actually says sung.
Oh, I like when they start adding, like...
Yeah, it's ad placement.
Oh, wait,
for
did it have the
audience
little ting at the end?
Actually,
That's what I
yeah,
always
fa-
remember.
Their N and their U are the exact same letter. So it could be sug or sng.
I thought for a second there you were saying they misspelled special.
Seriously, think it says sng.
That is weird. That is all that is weird.
And,
I would go with Sug.
well, I know nothing.
The silence was deafening. What befell the crowd was a general nod.
Oh.
This has got to be the fifth one by now.
Oh, yes.
When do you win by... When do you win by bring a knife to a gunfight if you're Susie?
Are we big with the
What?
internet crowd?
When did we ever have a knife at a gunfight? Did we do that?
That was last
at some
week.
point with
Yeah?
this?
Those are all from last week. They must be.
But I mean, did we have a knife or gunfight at some
Yes.
point?
Some of these slips make me
I
feel like a
don't remember
Navajo
that
code breaker.
Andy, you're way over your limits.
Okay,
I'm
you're
just
done.
gonna keep
3,
pulling
2,
them out.
1.
That was about
Let's see what's in here. It's always like very dangerous. I have no mouth filter.
That's true of many of our
Said by
audience.
audience
Right.
member.
Was Darwin?
Mind you, you're using your hand, so mouth filter doesn't mean anything.
No.
It sounds like a Kurt Cobain lyric. I don't know what
It was on his unreleased album.
So it says. Oh, try turning it off and then on again,
We had an IT guy in the crowd.
which
We
is
did have an IT guy.
surprisingly helpful in many cases.
Yeah,
It almost always
it's
works.
dating advice.
Not good for first aid, but for everything else.
I
It's
use that
all-
when anything is broken. Like, would you try to turn it off and turn it back on? That's all I got.
That's it. That's the extent of it.
Give a hoot, just reboot.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, there's a snake in my boots.
We have gotten that one numerous times before.
There's some Toy Story fans out there.
Is that from Toy Story?
Yes.
Yes. It is one of the phrases that are recorded into Woody.
Yeah. When you pull his strings, he
There's
says,
a snake in my boots.
along with
Somebody's poisoned the well. Oh yeah, the watering hole.
I don't remember that at all.
I'm going to kill you in your sleep.
I don't think that one's part of that.
Phrases that are not so common
was- that
anymore.
was in
so
the-
That's just because somebody wanted to hear Tom Hanks say that.
Yeah.
That was in the
Howdy.
blooper section.
Howdy, Bill.
It's the last thing you'll ever hear.
Tom Hanks got some
This
trouble.
one say, the floor is lava.
I used to play that game.
Yeah.
Because obviously we're 5.
No, I don't.
The floor is not actually lava.
I believe that is a Black Eyed Peas lyric.
Have you played the lava
No,
is
it's
floor?
lava. The floor is lava. No, I don't.
Have you played the lava is floor?
Is that it?
100% mortality rate.
That's a scary game.
I don't think that's an obscene reference. It just feels like it is.
Read it and we'll cut it out.
Come on.
What is this? Train spotting? Get out of my house. It
Somebody
seems
just-
like it's wrong, though.
Is somebody just quoting lines from movies that aren't significant now?
Was that movie ever?
From the Lifetime movie,
Over there.
people who watch Train Spotting. All right.
I feel like the next time
And-
you'll see these red will be at Nuremberg. When they're all on trial for war crimes.
Wow. Wow.
Great
You know what's
segue.
worse is that for some reason, Peter, when he sits in the light, looks like he's going to tell us a salty ghost story about it.
Oh yeah.
It's
Like-
the beard. It's like, what's going on? And nobody else looks like they're at a campfire but Peter.
Like this one that says, "Please let me boom." I mean, that's just a common phrase. I've said that many times in my life.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
And that would fit so smoothly into our scenes.
Please let me boom. Or, this is a ditty. I'm a pirate. I can't count.
Well, that's just offensive to pirates.
Yeah, a little, although it's a great children's book.
Yes.
Where you can teach a pirate to count to 1 because he's got a hook.
Or
Just
you can
one.
teach kids to make fun of pirates because they can't count.
That's true. Let's take them to Somalia and see how they do.
Kids, you're always better than somebody, even if it's a pirate. Why does it get bad whenever I sit in the chair?
That's not a question you really need to ask.
This one just says, mustard, line, 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 line. Swoosh.
Fair enough. So mustard.
They put 2 mustards in, if not more.
There's probably a handful of mustards in there.
Mustard is a popular phrase and condiment, apparently. Poo-poo platter, because apparently we're still 5, and this is our first time at a Chinese restaurant.
Was that the whole line, or did it just say poo?
No, it just says poo-poo
I
platter.
wish that was the whole line.
Yeah, because apparently we're fine.
That would have been pretty inspiring.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind, people. Don't just stop at the obvious joke.
Oh, yeah, just-
dig deeper.
Take it
Keep
further.
going. You know, we could probably make a lot of money off the Catholic crowd if we say these are just confessions, and then we read them during a game and everybody's horrified.
Yeah, that's it. Put your confessions in that. Do not put your confessions in the hat.
We
Here's
will
the next
not read those.
confession.
I guarantee.
There's a good chance that several of the Odd Lot members work for law enforcement agencies.
All right, here's another one. Are you afraid of the dark? Question mark.
That was a television show, wasn't it?
It
Yes.
was.
Wasn't it a movie
It's
as
a
well?
movie now.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
Is
Movie
it
and
based on a
television?
television show?
No.
I thought it was Don't Be.
Don't Be Afraid of the Dark is the movie.
How many have I read so
Alright.
far?
Are You Afraid of the Dark is children telling
keep
ghost
going.
stories.
That was
Last one.
snake.
Last one.
Stop killing Shay when you play werewolves. That's like an inside
That's
Yeah.
so inside. There's only 4 people
Those
in the
guys
world.
are hipsters.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. You've all been sitting in the light like this?
Yes.
Why didn't you complain?
I
We
did.
could have moved the lights.
I think
I
I
was
did.
afraid
No,
to
you
make
didn't
it
complain.
brighter.
You said, I'm white. That's not a complaint. That's a declaration of victory.
It could be a complaint.
Hey! How is that a declaration of victory?
Think about it.
No, I don't want to think about it.
I will not think about that.
I refuse to think about it.
That was Thomas refusing to think about it.
I don't like to. It makes me sad.
This is a marriage proposal to Amanda Mack. Amanda Mack, will you marry me? It is not. It's not for me.
Were we supposed to
I did
do
not write
that?
this down.
Amanda Mack is very popular. In
Amanda
the,
Mack gets a lot of these.
And someone's
comments.
heart is broken,
Yeah.
and their ring is back in their pocket.
Yeah.
It's true. I'm
Yeah, it's
sorry.
probably been 2 weeks.
Yeah, I know. Because
Guys, you got the
if you were
perfect plan.
trying to get engaged at the Odd Lot show, tell us.
Yeah, we can do something.
We will
about
do
that.
something about that. Do not wait for the hat.
That's probably where the one that said read all the notes came from. It's the person that
Oh yeah, read all the
proposed
notes.
to Amanda probably last week, and they're like, read all the notes.
Berlin, what a garrison of spies.
Oh, see,
That's
points for
Spy
using
Night.
garrison. That's nice.
Yeah.
It's from Spy Night,
It's from Spy
We
Night.
hope.
I think.
Oh, I assume they were
What
just
is
quoting
Spy Night?
Churchill.
Spy Night was like, was that last
That
week?
was
That was
last
last
week. It was a
week.
spy show.
Oh,
Spy show.
oh, I see. I thought you were saying it was from a movie or
Yeah.
something called Spy Night.
No.
That's how out of it we were.
It
We were
was
thinking,
Chevy
I would
Chase
watch
and-
Spy Night.
It was
If you
Chevy
showed me a
Chase
movie
and
and said
someone.
Spy Night.
Spy Night, I'd go see that.
Does Thomas still owe someone $10?
I do
This
not.
is a long-running gag,
I thought it was
and we are happy that it has not died.
Whoa.
Because every now and then we still want Thomas to pay us $10.
I still have $10 on me in case something happens.
Excellent. Spoiler: Captain America gives Nick Fury $10.
So
Spoiler.
Why would you do
I
that?
like how when you said that.
We're bleeping that out.
No, we're not. Because by time this gets on the internet, everyone will have seen. Like, obviously, Mark. I'm sorry, Mark. I ruined it for Mark.
that is the least spoiler.
I bet I will buy a giraffe.
I like it.
Yes, Raffi.
Raffy.
The crime-solving
The
giraffe.
crime-solving giraffe.
You
Thomas.
can buy a giraffe. You go to Cafe Press.
Cafe Press.
/ Odd Lot Swag.
Odd Lot Swag. Who doesn't want a little Odd Lot Swag in their lives?
Yeah.
That didn't sound encouraging at all.
Yeah.
This simply says, I'm a lemur.
No, that's a meerkat. Lemurs,
lemurs
do
do
this and jump sideways.
This is a lemur.
It's not your gorilla.
That's yeah. That
No,
looks
the
more
gorilla's
like a-
hands are in.
Usually, yeah.
I like it.
See, the lemur's out, the gorilla's in. I studied zoology.
Ladies and gentlemen, the lemur is out. The gorilla is in.
And this is just someone's sad confession.
Oh, another one.
I'm scared of ostriches.
They wanted someone to know,
Yeah.
but they had to have.
They
it
couldn't tell their
anonymous.
friends.
The-
But the
Tell
truth of
them
the matter is,
secret.
an ostrich can kill you with a kick. Their kicks are equivalent to being hit by
This
a
is-
12-gauge shotgun shell.
And
They're
eggs are
also
delicious.
really creepy looking.
They are They're dinosaurs. They're just dinosaurs wearing feathers, and like they don't know. Nobody knows I'm a dinosaur. And it's like I know you're a dinosaur, ostrich. Don't.
That is not what an ostrich sounds like.
They're dinosaurs. That's what a dinosaur sounds like. What is wrong? Were you not paying attention?
I thought a dinosaur would have a deeper voice.
What?
No.
Yes.
No, not if its neck is this thin and this long.
That just-
It's like a balloon.
no, that just deepens it.
No, it doesn't.
'Cause
If
it
you
goes
stretch it
farther
out, it's
down.
going to go.
No, it goes
But
farther down.
if you squish it up, it'll go. Like a Tyrannosaurus Rex is going to be like, hey, I'm a Tyrannosaurus Rex. But like, a long neck thing is going to be like, hey, I'm a long neck thing.
you know,
don't know.
nothing about dinosaurs.
I studied zoology, sir.
I imagine the T-Rex talking
There are
like
no
Mike Tyson.
dinosaurs in any zoos.
I just explained that
that's a good
ostriches are dinosaurs wearing feathers.
Fair enough.
I believe that is all that we're going to be reading tonight.
So the mustard gag.
The mustard gag. The mustard gag came out in the show at some point.
It was an explanation of how we actually came up with the old men that we do
Yes,
often.
yes, we do the old men often. It's often the start of the show for some reason, and it came from
Driving around together. Because when we drive around together, there are two things that we tend to do. Sing nonsense songs.
yes,
And, like, didn't we replaced the word love with rug.
yes, the
In the
love
Medley
the love
in
medley.
Moulin Rouge.
Yes,
We replaced love with rug.
all you need is rug.
We could be ruggers just for one day.
It's funny to
Rug, lift us up where we belong. Anyway, so we're driving around.
I was meant for rug and you, baby.
You were meant for rug and me. Yeah.
It's fun for us anyway.
The sad thing is we know that song entirely and can substitute words and still sing the entire thing.
We contemplated at one point doing a game where that's all we did.
You're right.
We were given a word and we would
We
substitute love for whatever
for
word
whatever
we got.
word you gave us, because yeah, that's scary. In any case, we'd also drive around and occasionally, for no reason, start talking like old men. And how that came about was the word mustard.
Yes.
For some reason, and I can't even describe the circumstances that led us to this. One day, Justin just belts out the word
Mustard.
which you can only respond to with mustard.
Indeed. Which of course then brings another. Mustard.
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 And that was really all
And-
there was to it.
The sad thing is, we probably did this dozens of times a day.
We would go back and forth. We would do the mustard and the old men, and then we would go right back to the
Moulin
medley
Rouge.
from Moulin Rouge. Fortunately, we both have jobs now.
Yes,
was
that
weird.
was in a period of unemployment. That
It was our blue period.
it was our. Those were dark days, and the only light we had was mustard and Moulin Rouge.
Do you have a question for Oddlot? Is there something that confuses you that we do week after week?
Yes, how do you play Time Machine?
I'm not talking to you. Is there something that you've always wanted to know about one of our members? Well then, all you have to do is email justin@oddlot.org, and we will select your question, possibly, for this video blog.